Okay, today you guys, you're going to be working on photo analysis, and you're going to also be working with political cartoons. How many of you guys know what photo analysis is?
Is that like Photoshop?
You're taking everything out of the photo and listing everything that's in that photo that you actually see.
Good, good. All right, so right now, do you have a KWO chart?
Nope.
Where's the rest of the charts? Let's get one of those. What you're going to be doing, a KWO chart is filling out what you already know about a subject. So right now, what I want you guys to write is this what do I know section. What do you already know about photo analysis? Or what do you already know about political cartoons? Go ahead and fill that little section out really quickly.
For both or just?
And then yes, if you finished the what do I know section, go ahead and go to what do I want to know. So think about photo analysis, think about political cartoons. What would you want to know about a cartoon or a political cartoon? And if you don't know what you want to know, just list something that, a question that you might have. Okay, and the last two sections we're going to fill out at the end. And we're going to find out what you learned and then how did you learn it. So we're going to fill that out at the end. Go ahead and put your papers at the top of the table. Okay. So, political cartoons. Before I talk about political cartoons, how many of you guys have a cell phone? Everybody? You have one? No? Okay, so most of you guys have a cell phone. Do you guys have Facebook?
Yeah.
How many have Facebook? You have Facebook? Okay. I don't have Facebook. But, okay, so what do people do on Facebook?
Brag.
Blog.
Brag.
Communicate with each other.
Brag.
Okay, so I was looking for communication, but what do they communicate with the most? What do you see?
Friends.
Pictures.
Yes. Pictures. Pictures. Pictures are a big way of communication. How do you know what somebody's trying to say with a picture? Like, what do you see in a picture?
Comments.
You see comments, good. What else? Body language, good. What else?
Words.
Facial
Where?
expression.
The
Where the photo
location.
is.
Okay, good. Facial expressions, good.
Like if she say body language, just tell
Body
body
language.
language.
Good. Like, these are all ways to be able to tell what kind of message you're trying to send out, right? So, say you're looking at a picture, you see a status, and you say, oh my goodness, she's offending me. Like, you're just so offended by whatever they said, and that person says, that's not what I meant, that's not what I meant. Do you believe that the person who's trying to send the message has the power over interpreting what the picture is? Or do you think that the people who are interpreting the message has the power over what the message is?
I think the person in the photo,
What person in the photo, why?
because she's the one that took the photo, so she knows her reason of why she took the photo.
She is the message.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, good. Any other opinions?
I say both.
You say both? Okay,
Yes,
why?
Because, like, if you put the picture, like, you have the power to put it and try to express yourselves. But the other person may understand it the other way. They have the power to understand wherever they want the
Okay.
picture.
Right.
I think.
So, okay, what do you think?
I think the interpreter, because whatever interpreters say can influence other people that put on the comments.
That's very true.
Can-
Very true. You guys are all right. So, what does that say say about communication, it's a two-way street, right? It goes both ways. I want you guys to think about what kinds of messages, the way that you're talking about the pictures that you view on Facebook, and looking at statuses, looking at what people have chatted and said, and what the owner of the picture has said. I want you to think about that when you're analyzing the photos that we're gonna look at, okay? Okay, so political cartoons, they have a connection to what you guys use pictures for and on Facebook. They've been used for over 200 years to communicate a message. It started out on the streets. So just like Facebook, with one person that said, hey, I'm gonna connect all these people together, and everybody's gonna have a connection to each other. It's the same way. Somebody said, let me put out a message and let's see what happens. Let's see how it's gonna catch on, and that's exactly what happened, okay? I wanna show you guys a video. Oops, sorry. Messages can stir up controversy. So I'm gonna show you one video of a political cartoon. Turn the light on for 1 sec. Thank you. Okay.
Are they biting political satire or appeals to racism? A series of political cartoons attacking the law that lets illegal immigrants get driver's licenses are causing quite a stir. And even the leader of the fight against the licenses for illegals says they go too far. News 13's Katie Kim is in the Newsplex.
State Governor Susana Martinez and immigrant rights groups are on opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to this issue, but even they agree that these cartoons have no place in the debate.
Here you have a gentleman with a cap and a Mexican flag on it. You have this one here crossing the border. As a person of color, they are very offensive.
Javier Martinez takes it one step further. He calls these political cartoons from the Roswell Daily Record downright racist.
It's taking it too far in terms of the gross use of stereotypes.
The cartoons poke fun at the law that gives driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. They've run in the Roswell Daily Record over the last year, including this latest one from Friday that features a caricature of an immigrant who's only able to muster the word "C."
All of these cartoons point to Mexican people.
Another one from earlier this month lists qualifications for a New Mexico license as nada. Then there's the big magnet pulling people in from Mexico.
This proves the fact that the discourse is out of control.
Immigrant rights advocates say the cartoons have no place in politics, and the governor agrees.
I don't think it does any good to the argument of why we want to do the repeal of this law.
Governor Martinez says it's about public safety.
It has nothing to do with immigration, and we shouldn't make fun of that, and we should make it part of who we are as New Mexicans.
I can see.
An editor and the cartoonist for the Roswell Daily Record declined our interview, but sent a statement saying the cartoon was in no way meant to disparage Mexicans. Back to you.
All right, Katie, lawmakers and the governor failed again this year to resolve the driver's license issue.
Okay. Okay, so in your groups, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In your groups, I want you to discuss why do you think it's important to analyze a photo, and more importantly, to analyze a political cartoon, to be able to, amongst yourselves in your group. Okay, go. 10 seconds. Why is it important?
We have the right to look at it, to grow.
Just like looking at it was messed up. Judging our
Okay, my twos, who is my two? You notice my numbers? You're two? Were you a two? Okay, tell me, why was it important to analyze a photo, to be able to analyze a photo? What did you say in your group?
Oh, because we shouldn't judge the photo right away. You always have to analyze it first because, because you never know. Like when you first look at it, you might get one meaning, but when you really look at it and read everything on it, you could actually get what it really is
So to
saying.
get a deeper meaning.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you guys talk about?
We talk about seeing the cartoon, but I almost think about it more of my opinion. That
And judging that's discrimination, right? Like,
Okay.
we want to judge it, like sometimes the creator have the right to. It's a cartoon.
Right.
It's a cartoon. That you
yeah.
trying to make something funny or.
Right, so the creator has the right.
The right to
give
make
the message.
to do the message, but if you want to take it out to like to another level, you have to analyze the picture,
Good.
the message you're sending.
Good,
Because you probably offend somebody else, right?
good. Okay, good. What both of you guys said are good, are right. So, in order to look at a political cartoon, would you say you need to look at the deeper meaning? You're not just gonna look at the surface, right? You're gonna look at maybe other things that might be on the picture that are giving you another message, right? Okay. So first, before we look at political cartoons, we're gonna go over some terms. Let's pass this out. We're gonna, go over some terms. Oh wait, showing you the terms. My PowerPoint works different. It did transitions on my computer, it's not transitioning. So before I show you the answers, which I have over here somewhere, well, I'll figure it out. Okay, so what's a caption? Can anybody tell me what's a caption?
Wouldn't that be
In
like
regards
the-
to a photo or?
a photo? Isn't that what the like little message that they put
Good.
underneath the photo?
Yes. So a caption, let me give you the caption is a statement that explains the picture. Okay, so write that in your key terms. And these are gonna help you later, so make sure you're at least writing it in your own words. A statement that explains the picture, and sometimes it is not literal. Do you guys know what literal means? Like, yeah, literal, not figurative. Do you know figurative versus literal?
Yeah, not serious, not for real, not.
Figurative, yeah.
Figurative.
Figurative is putting something
Yeah.
in its place to mean something else.
Right.
Literally means that exact thing means that exact thing. And they're not trying to use a metaphor or change the meaning of it. Okay? Alright. What's a symbol? Or symbolism?
Something that represents something.
Like a
Good.
picture, like it's like we have a quarter, like when we do that segment, it's like we have an eagle, that's like our symbol or something.
Good. It can be pictures. It can be anything representing anything else. Our language, what we use to write, those are symbols. A L, a S, a T, those are all symbols. They mean something, right? So write down the use of something to stand for something else. And write yourself a little example, either like you said, an ego, or like a heart stands for love. When people see hearts, they think love. A logo. What'd you say? A flag, good. So write a little example so you can understand what that means. Okay, now the next word I know is a hard word. Does anybody recognize the next word?
Caricature?
It's a cartoon.
Yes. Cartoon. Good. Simply, it's a cartoon. However, it's a character in the cartoon that is over exaggerated. So it's a cartoon that over exaggerates either something or someone. So a cartoon that over exaggerates something or someone. Oh, don't leave out the part that has to do with art. So it over exaggerates something or someone in the form of art. Got it, Mike? Okay. What's the next one? Does anybody recognize that?
Hyperbole.
Yes, hyperbole. Do you know what it is? No?
I forget.
We're gonna find out.
You forgot you learned it
Yeah, I
before?
learned it before
Okay, it's an exaggeration.
the, yeah.
That's it. An
Exaggeration?
exaggeration, yes.
Makes sense.
So some people use hyperbole in, well, most of the time you're gonna see hyperbole in a political cartoon.
I personally.
Yeah, hyper is part of the word, good. Okay. The next one, author's tone. Do you guys know what that means?
The way they sound, the way they speak,
The way they what?
the way they sound, the way like the way speaking.
Or is that more
They
so the
sound
tone of
the way they're
the
speaking
photo?
in the photo, yes. So in regards to a photo, what their attitude is.
Yeah.
It's the author's style of attitude and what they're saying. So you can write down an attitude, the author's attitude, the author's style of writing the message, or the author's style of the message. I prefer attitude because it makes me think, what attitude are they trying to portray in this caption or in this picture? Okay. All right. Who can tell me what the setting is? What's the setting in regards to? We're talking about pictures still.
Where it's at, like where it's
Good.
taking place.
The location. What else?
Time.
Time.
Location.
What's around it? So something around it can tell you time and place.
Location.
The year. The time of day, like it's night or it's daytime. Sometimes that matters. What I'm trying to say.
Like romantic a little bit, or
It's just telling you where something is in location or in time.
okay.
It could be in the future, in the past.
Oh.
You always want to know when. So when, where,
Or how?
time.
Oh.
When, where, time. That's a good short way to put it. The last one is irony. Who knows what irony is? Can I remember?
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm is
Something out of
good.
the-
Sarcasm is used for irony.
Something like out of the context. Like,
Right.
Unusual.
Irony can be unusual. Irony is when you say one thing, but it really means another. You use irony to make fun of something or someone. So think of an example of making fun of something or someone in a way that you're not actually saying it. So sarcasm is a good way of like what you're saying, but what's another way of doing that? Sometimes it's in songs, irony. Think about that. Because we're gonna look at some cartoons, and I want you to think about the irony. What kind of irony is in the cartoon? Okay.
It's like something out of place.
Good. Think about irony. And I want you to write it in your terms. So I'm gonna look at it later.
Wow, okay.
Oh. These two. Alright, so what you see in front of you, we're gonna go over the Cuban melodrama first. And then there's two on the back we're gonna look at. So the words that we just went over, we're gonna fill out what I call a photo analysis map. I created this, and it's going to help you analyze a photo better. All right, so everybody's looking at Cuban melodrama? Okay. So the first thing we're gonna look at are the characters. Okay, so what characters do you see in the Cuban melodrama?
Spain, US, and Cuba.
Okay, good. Write that in your map. Leave a little space because Spain is represented by someone. And who does that someone look like? What do they look like? What are they wearing? What do you see?
They're a villain. They're like the bad guy almost looks
Okay,
like
good.
Spain.
Write that in there.
Or Guyanese, that's what it looked like.
Okay, good. Write that in there. Start filling in your bubbles as you see them, as you see the things in your photo. So if you see symbolism, fill in the symbolism. What symbols are represented in the picture? Yes. Good. Good. Body language, yes, that can go in there. Okay. All right, so on the screen you can't see it. What is, I haven't heard you talk. What does the caption say?
Caption here.
Yes.
The noble hero to the heavy villain. Stand back, there go, darn you. If you don't force this thing to a fifth act, remember that where I get in my work.
Okay. So, what do you think that means?
Noble hero.
Who's the noble hero in this photo?
Cuba.
Why do you think Cuba's the noble hero?
US. US.
You change it now?
Yeah,
You changing why? What symbolism is showing you that that's the hero?
He's a hero. He looks like he's the one that Cuba is
Look at him. He's
looking at like.
His posture and how he's holding.
His posture, good.
The way he's standing.
Write that in
big
symbolism. Right. You said his posture. What else do you see? What is he wearing?
Big boots and gloves. Look like a superhero a little bit.
Looks like yes.
Most his dress, his
More
pants like
sophisticated.
the color
Okay,
of the
good.
flag.
Good. So in the same sense, the way that that Spain is, what they're wearing and the way that he's crouching made you think the opposite, right? Made you think he's a villain. Good. And I want you to write good things in here because it's going to help you, like I said, later. So make sure you write something in every bubble. What about the tone of the caption? There's some words in there that are kind of, what? Okay, good. Old. So what does that tell you? Because I know on this one we don't have the year.
This
But what is
happened
it?
probably 18 or like when the country was
Okay, good. You're about to say 1800s?
yeah, around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe 17. It's like maybe he was more British.
Okay.
Put that for the tone. Right there, for the tone.
Which one? The
The
caption? The tone of the caption means like the attitude of the caption. So is it being funny? Can you tell if it's being funny or can you tell if it's being serious? You think it's being serious? What makes you think it's being serious? What words tell you that it's serious? Like really analyze.
It's like telling is like.
Can you guys tell what this is down here? I don't know.
Oh, it's a stage.
Yes. It's a
So it's
stage.
not serious at all. It's like
Right.
a play almost.
Look at the title, The Cuban Melodrama. Have you heard of, well, do you know what drama is? You guys know what drama is. I know y'all know what drama is. So, the Cuban melodrama is telling you something. So yes, this is stage. They're acting, right? So is that the exaggeration?
Yeah.
It's comedy.
Can it be? There, think about it. So write
Yeah,
that
they're
in.
exaggerating the fact, yeah, there's a villain, there's a hero, and there's
Okay,
a damsel in
good.
distress.
Could that be irony? Write it down. Okay. Does anybody have a bubble unfilled? Who has a bubble unfilled? Tone? Yeah. Which one? Irony? Okay, who has irony filled? Tell her what you put for irony, or tell us what you put for irony.
Something that I see is Cuba, the woman is like making this symbol. It's like,
Oh,
he said,
I never noticed that.
in the part, it's like, yeah, like, no,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Is there a message in that?
It's a message right there.
Okay.
I just see that hand right
So you view that as irony.
there. Yeah.
Good.
And why have
Good.
a woman as Cuba?
Okay, yeah, why?
That is true.
Why is Cuba represented as a woman? And how is she?
Because in a cartoon, there's always the damsel in distress. There's never, you know.
So is that our irony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here too, the woman always, in the past, say that women always have two faces. That too.
Hmm.
True.
I like all of you guys' thoughts, so write them down. Okay? So we're gonna go to the next one. You have your bubbles? Tone? Okay, who has tone filled in? Tone? You have tone?
Nope.
So we're kind of like stuck on the caption, right? The attitude of the tone of the message.
Pretty much Julius and telling like he's not fear, he's not one saving her.
Okay, good.
I think the tone is like a comedy / dramatic. Like it's a funny
Okay,
a
good.
funny. I don't know if you can put those two together, but
A funny what?
like funny drama. Because, I
Funny
mean,
drama,
The way,
yeah.
yeah, the way that
That's
they're doing
comedy,
that.
that's what they call comedy.
And-
Okay, you could say that's a tone, comedy. What I want you guys to get used to is when you analyze the photo, don't feel like it's right or wrong because, like, I didn't see this before. I didn't see that symbol before. The interpretation is up to you guys because you're interpreting it. There is right or wrong, like what the person meant, as far as what they'll say, this is what I really meant. But when you're analyzing the photo, it's actually up to you to make the decision. I don't know. I see this. You can tell them what you really see. Okay, so get used to coming up with your own opinion and your own interpretation and still hearing what the other person is saying, obviously, too. Okay? Let's look at the next two. On the back of your map, you should have an empty map. So I want you in your group, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Choose one of these and start to analyze it together. So choose one in your group. So choose one of these photos. You guys have it, right? You have yours? Oh, on the back of your picture, there's this. So in your group, choose one. Which one are you guys choosing? The flag?
Oh, yeah, the flag. I got this.
Which one are you guys going to use? So start analyzing like what characters do you see.
And I think that's
It's like pretty much okay, the symbol, okay,
they're symbolizing
they're using USA, but the sign, the word, Hispanic,
and it's still
pretty much
it actually shows a sign.
with the labor, with
Like it's just like,
part,
yeah, guess what, you're not gonna get the help we're finding.
pretty much.